Hello and welcome back to round one back nine coverage of the Tour Championship. This is the 10th Disc Golf Pro Tour Championship. This one is presented by Barbasol, and we'd like to thank Bedford County and Lynchburg, Virginia for hosting these wonderful courses. We have got New London, and over the weekend we'll be moving over to Ivy Hill. We got Yules, we got Jerm, BigBarri commentary.
You saw that number earlier, 20 of 20.
Yeah.
This is our last one.
Yeah, 20 of 20. And this is one of four. We got 4 rounds here.
Yep.
That's going to do it for the season when that time comes. It will be a moment filled with feelings.
Talk about somebody who's seizing the moment, though.
Ooh.
Calvin Heimburg.
I mean, this is the number that we were talking about, was perhaps the hot round for the day, was going to be in that 5 to 6 under range. Calvin got to that number on the front alone. Can he keep that number where it is? Can he improve upon it? The way he's playing, seems to think he could do better. But also McBeth is doing quite well in the front 9 as well. Isaac Robinson, unscathed, no bogeys, just not a ton of birdies, really. But overall, pretty good stuff for everyone. Gannon Buhr sitting at even on the front.
335 it says, plays more like 360. I think that's a better number.
Calvin drawing a little bit of cabbage there, and it still slides all the way up. Hardly slowed it down, it seemed.
Seems like the most Calvin-y throw ever. Just burn it in the ground and slide it forever.
Normally that's going right through a palmetto.
Go in. Go in.
Whoa.
I would have liked to see that hyzer.
That was on a beautiful line. Early trouble.
I do like this play, a little sidearm play. Gonna need to throw it into the ground, and I think he's done that. Needs an Anheuser skip, gets a superpower turbo skip.
Oh my goodness. Launching over the gallery.
Good up shot by Paul. Squeaks to circle's edge, though. Can he find one from deep for Bird?
Unable to take advantage.
Add some zip on it.
And it's got a comeback putt for the par now. And Isaac unable to capitalize on his great drive.
One of the first 3 putts of the season that I've seen him have.
You'd think that it would happen more often, the amount of zip he puts on his putt. Anytime you miss or just barely draw any chain, you're going to find yourself at that back edge of the circle. He's just usually so clean and so reliable from back there. But that is a three-peat of bogeys now for Gannon. And once again, a 2-stroke swing with Calvin and Gannon. Calvin now 6 under for the round.
Six under through 10 holes is
Wow.
getting it really done in the best way.
He's moving right now. On to the 11th, par 4, 705 feet. This one kind of makes a little bit of an S hook. Head up the fairway as straight as you can, and then you have a forehand or a turnover approach into this green. Very demanding 2-shot hole.
Yeah, if you don't just peer it down this gap, kicking left, guaranteed bogey, pretty much. So he's even going mid-range to just try to make sure to hit the gap. This needs to go left.
He's asking for it, and left it went.
Yeah,
Will that stay in the fairway?
I don't think so, but he'll be able to pitch it around the corner to take a par. This one looks more of what you want. Oh, that's so good. But watch what he has from there. It's actually hilarious. Middle fairway, perfect. Everything great. Paul fortunate to land back in the fairway.
And does that hold on? Yes.
Good shot.
Beautiful. McBeth trying to get low with the hyzer flip. Unable to get all the way around the corner.
Very tucked for Calvin. Trying to flex out. He'll have something. Paul going with a hero shot. Lots of anhyzer. I think that was good enough to maybe get up and down for the bogey at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at where they are. So these are perfect, perfectly thrown tee shots, and
It's crazy.
now he is backside circle one, which is a fantastic shot, but to get through there is kind of a miracle. It's just so tight. I think this is the actual route to get home.
Whoa. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
He's kind of getting a little boned here. I mean, he hit the rim for eagle, skipped away. He had a near ace run drive in the last hole that hit a tree, just like the tree that's annoying, that puts you at that 40-foot distance as opposed to being 20 feet away. Those are the kind of trees that Isaac's finding right now, nearly getting all the way home and then still with work to do.
Looks like Calvin got pretty fortunate to get up there for a look.
Got to look for the save. McBeth trying to do the same, and oh my goodness, how did he squeeze through that gap? Yeah, that was great.
What a putt on the stripe. This guy's grooving.
Oh my goodness, is he ever? That was right in the middle. Perfect. Gannon for the rare birdie, and he chains out left. Just not the putting display we are expecting from Gannon. And Isaac's going to miss his birdie putt. Another opportunity squandered. And McBeth barely squeezes that one in for bogey. What a par save that was indeed for Calvin. And you can see the frustration setting in with Gannon now. That is not the play we are expecting to see from him, and that's not the play he's expecting to see from himself. But even with these missed opportunities that Isaac's having, he is still 2 under par, bogey free.
Hole 12, par 3, 335. I think they just put 335 twice on accident because this one is 335.
Yeah, this is the hole that we played at Worlds last year.
Yeah, a little flex shot off the tee. Get it on Anheuser or mid-range or putter, whatever you want to do.
Possibility for the ace run.
You don't want to really ace run it.
I'm
There's
just
a
saying
little
it's a
cliff.
possibility.
Oh, yeah. On accidental oopsie. Could go a long ways for your scorecard.
It is a very nice little mid-range shot for a guy like this. You see what I'm saying? Kind of a bit of an ace run.
If he did get the chain high right,
It's an oopsie.
he's down that cliff.
Yeah.
But he didn't, and he's not down the cliff. So
No,
it was
he's
a
not.
great shot.
Yes, it was.
Oh. Hey. Yep.
See what Isaac's left with from down there. He's given himself a lot of testers at that 25 to 45 foot distance today. And Gannon is putting his hands in there, not sure why that thing is not hyzering yet. It is remaining straight to almost turning over.
And this has got to get down.
Yeah, heavy on the hyzer.
Kind of a good little tree nick there to not go all the way down there underneath the pines. He'll have something. That something isn't great.
And this is that something. And knows it right out of the hand. Frustration continuing to set in.
That's this
All
place.
players not named Calvin Heimburg.
This place will get you frustrated and keep you there.
Look at these guys. They're all a little bit on edge right now, except for one player. Just pitching it up. Meanwhile, an opportunity to gain another stroke on the card is Calvin. And he's going to seize the moment once again. He is 7 under for the day through 12 holes. More birdies than pars.
The fact that this wasn't the easiest hole on the course is a little bit mind-blowing to me. It is a chip shot.
It was the third. There's actually one hole easier coming up on the 14th.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But the
The
easiest
par
hole
five
was
and
hole 6, the
yeah.
par 5. The other par 5. Well, I guess there's, 3 of them?
So that's the easiest par 5. 14 will be the easiest par 4, which is this one.
And this is Simon's tee shot. Look at the Anheuser skip there.
Super booster.
What? And he has got a putt inside the circle for the eagle. And
Wow.
he hammers it. That hit the perfect spot on the ground with the perfect angle with the super boosters put on it from Simon.
Yeah, turbo skip.
537 to inside the circle on a long turnover line. That is obscene.
It does go downhill at the end.
Okay. Okay, cool. That's crazy.
13777.
The lucky number.
Yeah, a little par 4 here. It's just another tight one, man. If you're not in the fairway, you're done. Haven't seen this many just pitch outs from fairways in my life. And this is the type of rough where I feel like as the years go, it's not like it's going to get easier.
Well, I have an interesting statistic to share with you at the conclusion of the hole. Isaac's drive nearly hits the one person on the right side of the fairway. And now they're just kind of casually walking off like they weren't there. They didn't see anything. We saw you.
Gannon.
Oh, boy. They don't make it better than that.
He made it through so many trees right there. Wow. That might cost him tomorrow. Try to throw the same exact shot. Be like, man, I made it in the perfect spot.
Yeah.
Hit something. How'd I hit something?
Paul does hit something and kicks left, and he is now super out of position. Awkward run up. Does pretty good with that.
Really good. Oh, wow. Almost to the top. Looks like we finally might have found a leak.
Ooh, Calvin kicking left. This could be potentially trouble.
Isaac just trying to get to the fairway. Looks like he's done that.
And Gannon from the perfect drive does not take advantage. That lane still, even with the perfect drive, required such a high level of execution on that second shot. Not only does he not execute, he rolls back into the rough and is going to need to save the par.
It's a good shot.
Did that hit spectator?
I like how they're just like, yeah, there's a disc. Who's next?
Any adjustments to the game plan, fellas? Looks like they maybe backed off a bit.
Yeah. Okay, he's going to be tested. Circle's edge on the high rise. There's a good putt for Gannon.
Wow. Just to save the par. All right, I think we can go ahead and share the statistic now, Paul. I've never seen this one before. Not that I can recall. Not a single birdie.
Yeah.
Not a single birdie of the top players in the world. Only played as a .27 over par. Didn't net a ton of bogeys, but still not one birdie rendered.
I saw Ezra Robinson get up to about 40 feet. Putt looked good, just missed it high. So he got way up there. So it's doable, but
Between that and 11, only 2 birdies. Crazy. Tough.
here's a tough one. 16, Marweed.
Marweed's got a little case of the up and downs right now.
Yeah, he's going to need to kind of turn it on in order to catch Calvin.
Whoa, top shelf and in. He continues his pattern. Calvin's putting has been absolutely spot on today. Still holding a 4-shot lead over Ezra.
What's going on, guys? Hold My Bag just launched the greatest disc golf fantasy game in the universe.
Hold My Bag just dropped the best fantasy disc golf game the planet has ever seen.
I want to tell you guys about the newest disc golf fantasy game on the market.
One of my favorite parts is the Hold My Bag. This is something that we started doing, and it's actually a lot of fun.
On to the 14th. Par 4, 557. You want to beware of your angle control going through this fairway, trying to get to the top of the hill. And then it is a blind downhill, pretty technical shot from there.
Just do what Simon did.
This is one of the easier holes in the course in that it is a pretty short par 4. Calvin's got it drifting right, but maybe a little bit too much turn. Oh! And nailing a spectator right in their chin, it looked like.
Little chin music.
I hope that player or that fan is, I'm guessing they're a disc golf player as well, but I hope everyone's okay. And I'm sure Calvin doesn't hate it. That was actually heading left and stayed right there in the fairway, so. Cannon's got a nice line on this one. Okay, that's fantastic.
Oh, give him a
Look at
little.
the roll.
Oh, that was going to get a lot extra. Nice shot. Right in the middle, that's all you need. And stretching out. And looks good. Yeah, oh yeah.
Very well
What a
done.
shot. Yeah, very technical.
Drop in birdie coming from McBeth.
Needs one. He's on a
Not great.
yeah,
stretch.
bad stretch.
And Calvin after
Oh. Gonna have to earn it.
after chin gate leaves himself about a 33 footer. And Isaac, not much going there. And he is still away.
Yeah, he jump putted right into the, or sidearmed it right into the tree.
Yeah. I was just curious about how close Gannon was, kind of comparing that to Simon's drive that we saw earlier. And Gannon gets a little zippy pop on it through the gap. Not really a clean look. And Calvin is just slamming those putts home.
So Calvin
Good comebacker.
cards another birdie, man. That's crazy. He
8
is
down through 14.
he is going bananas. Isaac's still bogey free.
Isaac still bogey free. McBeth with his first birdie in several holes. We'll stick here with another hole with Andrew Marweed. And hitting a tree on the entry to the gap, left with another 60-footer. And that is just
The most marweed thing you'll see.
the most Marweed. It's just the pace and the gradual walk as soon as the putt is out of his hand because he already knows the result. It's just, it's Marweedian at this point. Hole 15, par 3, 466. Another one of these odd numbered holes on the course that are just netting very few birdies. This is so demanding as a par 3. Roller in play, backhand turnover that doesn't fade at all at the end. Can't imagine really any other way you can get the birdie here.
Calvin, too much turn.
Mm-hmm.
This is such
Whoa.
a tough. Oh,
Watch out. There is
super hyzer.
trouble to be had on that left side. Gannon going with the roller. Does this have enough cut? It looks like it may. Too much, in fact. It stays on that left side and doesn't
Caught
quite get
another
all the way back
spectator.
out. Yeah, they're just kind of strays. They're just all in the right place.
You would never. He's probably like, "Where's that disc?" Doink right in the back of his foot, barely. He's like, "What was that?"
McBeth, this one higher up the hill. This looks pretty good, but it's got a lot of turn on it.
Yeah, we like that.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a great shot.
45.
45 is just fantastic on this one.
Could even be a tick closer.
Ooh, this is the best one.
It's just a pretty
Oh, really,
overturned a
really
bit,
flippy.
but such a beautiful line out of the hand. It's like what you want your rollers to look like, just a tiny bit more stability.
Calvin. No problems. Yeah, I saw a couple really sweet drives on this one. Following a couple groups. Caddying. As Isaac had a little stab at it. AB goes sidearm all the way home.
That's
And then Ezra went,
466.
yeah, Ezra went backhand turnover is just as good looking as you can get a drive to look.
Once again, Gannon unable to execute.
I mean, that's 60 foot. Once again, Gannon is like the rest of the field
Yeah.
for once.
Paul, an opportunity, and he doesn't like it either. Comes up short, kicks a little limb behind him. I don't think that really threw him off that much, but either way, another missed opportunity for McBeth, and looks like it's going to be a bunch of pars here on 15, a hole that only netted 3 birdies.
Really?
So far on the back 9, the 3 holes that are odd numbered have netted a total of 5 birdies between 11, 13, and 15.
Wow.
And Gannon doesn't even want to watch there. That is a heck of a replay there.
What is this? You don't need 27 oranges. Really doesn't fit your budget.
How much should I add for the tip? I'm pretty sure the trick is to half the price and then add.
Leave that for a tip. But don't tip the IRS. Just pay what you have to and no more.
I don't know what's been happening to me. I'm being plagued by these daytime hallucinations of financial advisors.
All in your head. You've made a lot of progress since you first started coming here. You were very low.
It's like I'm always saying, buy low, sell high.
Do you see this? It's happening again.
How does that make you feel?
Sometimes it can be hard to tell the difference between good advice and bad advice. Here at First Financial Advisory Services, we know the difference.
All right, hole 16, par 3, 397 up the hill. We saw Marweed give it a little stab, and that's exactly what he did. He stabbed it up there and made about a 45-footer. 45 feet is good on this hole. Hyzer flip up the hill. Keep it as straight as you possibly can. You're most likely going to see a lot of 40, 45-footers on this hole. Distance isn't the problem. It's just keeping it from going left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is an adaptation of the hole that Nate Sexton aced at Worlds last year.
And that is...
Oh, that's crazy.
Ridiculous. Match the hill perfectly. This is going to have to get lucky through some of those little guys, and that'll be fine.
Gannon will take anything he can get.
He's been getting stuff. He just hasn't been capitalizing.
Hasn't been scoring. Has not been and maybe a representation of what we've seen from him so far this year.
Low. Does it get on the top of it?
Forward movement.
A lot of action.
Yeah, forward movement. Yep. Like to see that.
Pretty far.
Oh.
Yeah.
Frustration again, setting in even more. No. Oh, McBeth was sure it was in.
Yeah, he kind of liked it, didn't he? Oh, stay in there.
That was as high as it can be and still in. And don't look now. Calvin, once again, an opportunity to gain a stroke on everyone on the card. And he takes advantage of it again. He is 9 under through 16 holes. An insane round right now. With 2 to go, he has an opportunity to get to double digits. With a hole 17 coming up, that's netting quite a few birdies.
Look at this shot. Doesn't hit anything, just on a string.
And tink. Just a little piece of metal on the way by. It's been a fantastic round for Ezra, who bogeyed 2 of the first 3 holes and has since been on an absolute tear. And he is the closest player to Calvin. 5 back with Calvin's incredible round. And here it is, 17. If you watched Worlds last year, you'd recognize this hole. Forehand can roll potentially. Backhand has a better chance of staying on the hillside, but you want to stay up there to the high right to access the gap as we go into the woods. Good 2-shot hole. Just sit.
Oh,
sit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grass is pretty thick too. If it starts rolling, it can get to the bottom if it's on the perfect angle, but it should curl out.
Mm-hmm. The biggest question is, do you choose right or left side of that tree with the forehand? Gannon chooses right side, goes down the hill a little bit more. Got to be careful. There's an OB line down there, and Gannon crosses it. So he'll be OB. Throwing from a tough spot, being in that bottom left hill, the berm is going to get in the way of the ideal second shot, which will now be a third shot. And this gets away from McBeth on the high side. And he's going to find OB at the top of the hill.
Oh, wow. So this is the play that makes a lot of sense to me.
And it makes a lot of sense to Isaac. Yeah.
Use the hill to slow it down.
Look at that stretch there. All pars. As long as you can see there for Isaac. Calvin's second shot. This is hitting the gap and skipping right. There's OB over there. But stay safe. Another birdie opportunity for Calvin. That would get him to double digits. This is looking very brotherly.
So good.
It's the same thing.
That is so good.
That's a carbon copy of the way we just saw Ezra play it. Beth hitting a tree on the entry, and now Gannon, a huge shot. Gonna need to dig deep here. Boy, that's kept low.
Uh-oh. There's an out-of-bounds lines on the left back. It's hard to find it, but fortunately he does somehow. McBeth going Anheuser. He has been so close to making a few.
And it will be a bogey. Meanwhile, Gannon Buhr to save the bogey, and it will be a double.
Oh, why wouldn't he? This is turning into an all-time round. It's turned into an all-time round.
Well, you say this is the hardest course in the world. You say this is harder than the Monster. So what number would he have to get to have a better round played than the 14 under by Ezra?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that goes into Ezra's round. First of all, it's the World Championship. All the best players there.
Yeah.
You're just not gonna. There's not gonna be a place or a round.
Yeah.
That you can top that unless it's at a World Championships.
To me, that is one of those rounds that I will never forget.
Yeah. Can't forget it.
I would think that it'd have to be something like 15 down here, that's just utterly impossible. You'd imagine.
Yeah. No, I think something a similar round would be a 13 under par here.
Yeah. Okay.
It's that hard.
Well, with a birdie here, Calvin could get to 11. What a day it has been for him. But man, he has got 3 islands to work with before he can have any chance of getting to that number. Another narrow fairway. Calvin's drive is underturned. Oh, but it comes back in perfectly.
That's incredible.
That did not look good out of the hand.
No, it did not. I was really worried.
Isaac, however, he's got plenty of turn on this one. Can you keep it in the fairway?
Too much turn.
Not quite.
You can still kind of save it if you pitch it out to the correct spot. This needs to get out of there somehow.
You know, if there's anyone that can manipulate a shot like that, I feel like it's McBeth. But it's still not ideal. Gannon 2 over for the day with that double bogey. That's a great kick.
Yeah, that's as good as you can ask for right there.
Gannon started the day with a 1-shot lead, and now he is 11 shots back of Calvin. When have you ever heard of something like that?
Going for it from back there.
That just didn't have a chance.
That's not even close.
That was a prayer. Isaac wisely laying up. And Calvin's second shot. This is turned over too much. Paul, this doesn't get to the second island, I don't think.
Really bad mistake, if you ask me.
That is going to be a costly mistake. Meanwhile, McBeth from the awkward stance, look what he has done with that shot.
What?
Incredible, aggressive. Man, that is such a hard thing for most players to do. McBeth made it look ultra easy. Now, Isaac's got to get pretty aggressive after the layup, and he will find OB. Now Now just conservation here.
Smart. I like it.
Got to just save the bogey at this point for Calvin. We will not see a double-digit day unless he throws it in from the fairway.
Gannon gets through everything. Yeah, great shot. Great shot.
Well done.
Able to save a par.
That's awesome. After that aggressive second shot. McBeth, after his incredible third, he will have a park job. And he will walk away with a birdie on 18.
Calvin just looking to save the par or bogey, pardon me.
Yeah, and he's going to do it.
Yeah, great shot from there. Could have got ugly.
I mean, it's a daunting approach. Like, that gap looks huge compared to the rest of the course, but that is a shot players like Calvin, you don't expect them to miss, but they miss that shot all the time off the camera. And it's cruel that the OB line is right there where those trees meet their tightest point. And a par save it is for Gannon. But overall, 2 over par is going to send him down the leaderboard to 9th place. And he will be 10 back of Calvin going into round 2, which will be right back here tomorrow. One of the takeaways I'm leaving this course with is, you know, we talked about the hot round and how we thought that maybe 5-6 under would kind of be right around the tops, and several players going lower than that, with Ezra and Gossage getting to 6 and Kyle getting to 7. But it's not so much about who can get low, it's who can do that 2 days in a row. Because the woods here, you're never going to play the same round 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, I agree, but you see those 4 low scores gained a ton of strokes on the field, a ton. And those are some guys that started off with a good amount of strokes. Like you see Kyle, he started okay. Ezra started okay. Goss started a few under par. But if you can do that, like you said, again, now you're separating yourself. Like these guys, those 4 guys have a chance to really separate themselves from the field with solid rounds tomorrow.
And Ivy Hill as a long course with a ton of out of bounds. I'm sure you guys remember from last year at the World Championships. Not too many changes out there, I don't think.
Couple
of small ones here and there. But for the most part, the course is going to be about what you saw last year at Worlds. So you guys know that there's a lot of OB, a lot of hills, a lot of rollaway potentials out there. But man, if Calvin could do something in the 6 to 7 range tomorrow, or even go lower somehow, he could be going to the weekend with a huge lead.
Yeah, big. But we've also seen at the Pro Tour Championship, no lead is safe.
That is so true. 33 of the best players in the world duking it out here. We want to thank Bedford County and Lynchburg, and we want to thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.